Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the EPIC48 Grand Finals for Counter-Strike with Intel, brought to you by ROG, and also special thanks to Overclockers and XP Pro Eyewear. My name is Sneaky Beaky. I am joined by the wonderful Waxon, and we will be taking you through the rest of today's action. I am so excited to be back, and I feel very privileged to be with you for my first EPIC Finals in 3 years.
So am I when it comes to excitement level, Sneaky, and what a grand final it is. It will be a rematch between Privateer and the Last Resort, the one and only, three things are certain in life: death, taxes, and TLR in the grand finals of an EPIC LAN.
Yeah, it's good to see them back, and to be honest, they do deserve it. Yes, they've had a couple of bumps in their road to get here, but overall, they have shown themselves to be consistently the stronger team, and honestly, some of the shots they've been hitting, the strats that they've been pulling out. I criticized their T-sides earlier in the tournament, but they just increasingly looked so much more polished. The only map that I think they've looked weak on is Nuke. And, well, Inferno as well, but I feel like they patched that up for us in the previous match that we casted. So I think if we're talking map pool here, I would try and maybe slip Nuke through the net if you're on the side of Privateer.
We have to also be transparent when we're going to say the fact that this is the most vulnerable TLR has looked in the UK scene, right? We're not talking about when they face European sides, but the fact that they've looked more vulnerable than usual doesn't mean they've been vulnerable. It's just their standard is so high that looking at the way they've lost maps versus multiple teams throughout the tournament is a sign of maybe the teams are catching up. But let's get into the veto. You mentioned how important it will be. We won't go to Anubis, we won't go to Mirage, but Privateer, of course, picks up Nuke. Then TLR responds with a dust to banning Cash and Ancient and deciding on Inferno, Sneaky.
Okay, well, as I said, Nuke is an important pick here for the side of Privateers. It's the map where TLR have looked truly mortal.
I think they lost twice on it, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, I think you're correct in that one. And they almost lost on Inferno as well. So if okay, win condition here for Privateer, they must win Nuke.
Yes.
Because TLR have looked ridiculous on Dust 2. They've looked so strong. I mean,
it's an Opus playground, right?
Opus playground. And actually, we were talking about who our potential MVPs are for this tournament so far. And I think in the running right now, we do have Prime.
Yes.
We do have Giraffe. He's also up there. But Artist, for us right now, he's just been such an impactful player. And his AWPing has so often been the difference maker. We talked about Inferno for a second. He's the reason they won that crazy 11-4 down comeback. He was the reason Dust 2 looks so easy. Like, he has just been on top form this tournament. You called him yourself Mr. Consistent.
It is, yeah. Artist is the player to watch every EPIC LAN, it feels like, at least when the pressure is highest. The stage games, the grand finals, the playoffs, the comebacks, it always feels like it's him. But numbers-wise, again, Prime has kind of outmatched him just slightly, especially when playing versus the top 8 teams. But of course, individuals aside, it is still a team game. So let's not waste any more time and let's get into this game number 1 of the grand final of EPIC48.
I am very excited that as it's Privateer's map pick, they will be starting on that T side. Prime, again, with that crazy view model, the Doom gun right in the middle of his screen. That's still taking me a bit of time to get used to.
I actually hate it with a passion.
I despise it, I agree, but it works for him, so you know what? He can have it. He's the top-rated performer in the playoffs right now, as Fraser looking to top off one of these enemy players, but it's Extinct, Artist, and Vacancy to start proceedings. It's a very nice CT hold towards the ramp. Yes, Dobbo's still alive and kicking. He himself has been pretty pesky on the pistols, but I don't think he's going to be able to get too much more done here. I tell a lie. Hold on a minute. That's good damage done, but a flying USP finisher is what is required. And there we go. End of the pistol round, and it's a good start for the CTs.
Incredibly good work there. Dobbo, we haven't mentioned him in our pregame analysis at all, but he has been one of the 3 highest clutch percentage players in the entire tournament. And guess what? The other 2 are no longer in the tournament. So technically he has the highest clutch potential in the grand final, and we saw it there. Almost made us believe from what felt like a 1 versus 5. I think it might have been versus 4. Finds 2 kills, had one earlier, but now Privateer will actually force, despite not planting the bomb.
Now, interesting one here. Fraser on a Hero AK. We've got a Tech 9 and a Deagle mix. Now, the Deagles have been deadly on the side of Privateer so far. We have seen some ridiculous shots, and Minimal to start proceedings with his own pistol onto Giraffe. Bit of aggression from the CTs towards Ramp there. Gets heavily punished, and oh, Prime.
There he is.
Prime has already won a Deagle 1v3 clutch today, and he is looking for more, and he is out for blood.
Extinct will find a chance, but Prime will punish him right away. Instant trade, headshot with that Deagle. And now Vacancy and Artist find themselves in a numerical disadvantage. Artist is clearing trophy though.
Oh, but it's so dangerous. As much as they've got this positioning, as much as they've got a little bit more map control now, Minimal could be in trouble. Oh, but Vacancy gives himself up, and that should be a trade for Artist, but it's a 1 versus 3. Yes, he's got the better weapon for the job, but Jouster's managed to retrieve that AK now, and I think Artist might be going for a save in round 2. What a force buy for Privateer Gaming.
Wow. Caught by surprise. TLR went for more than just the usual 1 and 2 SMGs. I think they had 4 SMGs and A1, and then they got extra curious. Giraffe gave away his life for free in trophy very early on, gave the first player advantage, of course, Prime with a double Deagle kill to pretty much secure the round. Chef's kiss, like you're showing, and yeah, what is a very unconventional buy from Privateer. We covered so many times throughout the tournament. You usually buy after you plant the bomb, even if you lose it. They didn't plant the bomb, and it still caught TLR by surprise. And when you're playing T-side nuke, every single round is so important.
Yeah, especially when you've seen how shaky TLR's T-side can be. Like, if you can punish them early, if you can get some nice momentum going on their heavily favored side, well, I know they're very good at comebacks, but again, their comebacks, or at least their most impressive ones, have always been on the defense.
On the side of TLR, that is correct. Especially after that nuke, was it yesterday at lunchtime when they lost 8 rounds in a row on the T side of nuke? A very, very rough map for them so far. And no matter the result, winning or losing the tournament, this is going to be one of those maps they will have to go back and practice for future tournaments. As right now, there's a counter force from TLR.
Yeah, we're in the battle of the force buys early doors here. With that first stage loss bonus, they decide to go all in. But one thing that's interesting is Artist has actually switched positions with Beve, at least in the earlier rounds. He was the one playing up close to red box, sort of creeping through smokes, and it did work quite well for them on their CT side against Control. But it appears they are switching up the game a little bit here. I know it's just a stranger round, a couple of pistols waiting for some A kills. But yeah, Prime is going to be uncontested at least for now. Lurking towards outside as the rest of his team actually have ramp entirely for free.
Obviously, they don't have the luxury of the X-ray, so they will still do their due diligence, clearing corners, throwing mollies, flashing, checking up high, stepping in the fire, and Artist gets a kill onto Prime.
Okay. Hero A1S does find success, but will it be enough to find a round? Extinct closing in from the back of lobby. That's good damage done with the spray of the MP9. Fraser left on just 9 HP as Vacancy in prime position to cause further carnage. Decides not to swing that corner though, and I don't blame him. 3 players now looking in his direction, but time is ticking quite low here, Wexon. We need to see a move coming through from Privateer sooner rather than later.
They've been baited into this A site. A late incendiary will delay it further. Look at Vacancy taking this fight. A 5-7 prevails. Jouster cannot get a kill onto the MP9, and they're all dying one after the other. Double tries to bring it back. 10 seconds on the clock. The HP is low, but Double finds the third. Fraser jumping inside, going for the plant. Artist on their tail. Double wants to go for the semi-ace, and now it has to be Fraser 1 versus 2. A sliver of HP. It's not going to be enough as Artist finishes things off.
Well, this is already a very exciting back and forth to start off the series. We have had a battle of the force buys going both ways now. And with the money looking a little bit skewed on this privateer gaming side, with they themselves having that first stage loss bonus, are we going to see another force on in? It looks like we will. We've got 2 AKs coming through, and already Prime back on, I would argue, his favorite gun at this point. He has used it for some ridiculous plays this tournament, but the advantage will, at least for now, lie in favor of TLR. Will they be the first team to be able to streak 2 rounds together?
2 AKs, 2 Deagles, a Tech 9 versus 3 SMGs and 2 AKs for the CTs. Rapid hit outside from Fraser, already behind red. Spots a player, and it's going to be Beve coming on top of that one. A very nice pixel angle hold. Fraser has no chance, and that's one of the 2 AKs already done. Prime would love to retrieve that.
Ooh, a rare miss from our dastardly Deagler here. Whips out an entire magazine almost. Oh, he hits the hardest shot. Artist just bodied out of the round. Prime still in, well, a prime location to pick up another kill, but vacancy dispatches of Dobbo, and with that, it's not looking great. Prime, are you kidding me? He's looking for more. Oh, but not quite this time. He is so savvy on that sidearm, though. It's actually just monstrous. Beve, it's a nice cleanup. And the round wasn't as close as our reactions might have indicated, but Prime is just so damn good.
He's filling himself in this grand final so far, at least on the Deagle, also causing Artist's first death of the grand final. Speaking of first, we still have yet to see Fraser and Joster get on the board. Would love to do so next round, as right now we see 4 Glocks, 3 Glocks and 2 Deagles.
You don't believe in the crazy Glock buy?
I want to say no, as Artist will actually let loose a little bit, shows the fact that he punches the AWP and opens up the map. Fraser's out, so his first will have to wait at least 90 more seconds.
Beve in with another of his own. He loves a good eco-frag. He collected quite a few of them in his previous nuke game. But he's playing a lot more disciplined today, and you can see why. We are in the grand finals now. And as you said, TLR have looked a little bit mortal, especially on the map of nuke. Okay, Dobbo. He gets close, but no cigar towards that A-bomb site for a traded frag. I imagine this is just going to be a bit of a cleanup now for TLR. So the Deagles are just looking for a nice shot here outside. Take away one of those rifles. Maybe dispatch of an AK-47 that won't be able to be saved over.
Minimal. One of the talks of the town this entire weekend managed to find a kill onto Artist. That's the dropped AWP. If you can somehow get to it, it doesn't seem like you will. Minimal finds the second nice headshot onto Extinct. It will be a 2 for 5, and it's not the best economical thing. Giraffe couldn't salvage any of the drop rifles, so it will only be an AWP and an AK taken to round 6.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, we have just been informed we need to very quickly restart the stream, so please bear with us for just a couple of moments, and we'll be right back with you after this short break.
It's too late, I know now. I'm giving in, I can't back down. And you're so hot, your web I'm cut. Just one more night, tell me to stop. Although I know we must come to an end. I tell myself I'm okay, but I know that I shouldn't pretend. I'ma do it anyway, gonna beat up, want you bad love. I'ma let my hair down now, wanna get down to my favorite sound. I'ma let you in real close, I know I shouldn't do this right. My hand